again, Dave.
Oh, Ian. That was a quiet tone for you.
It's true. I've ascended to a higher plane of existence.
Oh, I didn't know I was talking to Namaste Nirvana, Ian.
Yeah, I'm super zen now. It's pretty great. Yeah.
I've been doing a podcast with you for well over 4.5 years now. So I am aware that what you are saying is bullshit.
No, it's true. I've matured.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a new person. I'm a new man. You're speaking to a new, calmer, more circumspect man than you were a week ago.
I thought you were going to say more circumcised man. I was going to say, what have you been doing in quarantine?
Quarantine has been rough.
We went through the board games and had nothing else to do. You can only play Settlers of Catan so many times before it ends. And if you won't take wool for my iron, I'm going to murder you in your sleep. So then you just start circumcising yourself.
Zen, calm, mature. Remember my bit? I mean, confession?
The way you are now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The way I am now.
Okay.
Totally I am now.
Okay.
So what happened was on a work group text, we have a kind of a immediate coworker group text.
Sure.
That happens.
Real quick, can you give me the percentage of work-related, non-work-related things in this thread?
Literally my next sentence.
Oh, okay.
So it ends up being a lot about sports ball.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
And I am the only non-football fan on the thread.
Sure.
And I do my best to disrupt it and make fun of it.
Okay.
And so over the weekend, apparently the NFL draft was happening, and so they were sharing. So they shared screenshots of like something Shannon Sharp said on Twitter or something.
Okay.
And I just responded with more like Susan Dull, because his name is Shannon Sharp, right?
Oh boy.
Not my best.
Really?
So fast forward to today on the team call.
Okay.
As it was wrapping up, they were like, "Man, what was that all about?" Giving me a hard time for my admittedly very bad joke.
Sure.
And my team lead was like, "Oh yeah, I guess we weren't talking about a real sport like driving around." And I did not say anything because I am now above needing to argue about motorsports. So, and also, I'm fucking exhausted.
I was going to say scenario B seems far more likely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you're exhausted and that you can't think of a witty retort for somebody making fun of you for enjoying the motored sports.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was like, it's something that we all do. We all drive to the store.
Right.
It's like, first of all, not anymore.
Okay. All right.
And second of all, driving to the store is to Formula One as like throwing a piece of paper into the waste paper basket is to the NBA.
Right. Like, exactly.
Not really the same thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But whatever, I'm too exhausted to get into it. I don't need to get in. I don't need to talk about G-forces and stamina and neck muscles and all that. It's like, let's just end the team call so I can go back to all the other things I have to do.
This is when you just need to, you need to give me your phone somehow or remote access to your phone.
Right. So I'd be like, I don't even know anything about Formula One, and I'll tell you all about it.
Exactly. So I can taffy up and make life hell for your coworkers. Come on, buddy. Yeah. I'm like Popeye, like with my spinach, just squeeze a box of taffy and it squirts and I got things to say.
Defend the honor of your idiot friends.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind for next time.
So, okay. So I was wondering what the motivation was for this schmieritzel ascension, you know.
Is that like spiritual, except you spread it on like cream cheese? Spiritual?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's lox based ascension. Yeah. So okay, all right. Well, so give me some more about how you're exhausted. Like run me through like where you're at mentally, buddy. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's tiring. I have the young children. They wake up very early.
They do,
and they have discovered that I am easier to get out of bed in the morning, and so they yell at me until I get up.
Okay.
Usually before 6.
Oh, okay.
And then I set them upstairs with a snack. And then I go downstairs and I end up answering work emails from like the East Coast people.
Sure.
And that's and then I cook breakfast. And I work. And then I cook dinner. And then I put them to bed. And then I talk to you.
Right. Yeah. This quarantine, for those of us that are fortunate enough to work from home and, work remotely, because let's not overlook that, right? We're fucking lucky, right?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, very lucky. That breakdown between like the workspaces and the personal spaces can like really erode rapidly, right?
Yeah.
And with children, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine, because you can't say no to that kind of stuff, right?
I mean, you can, but they're going to yell at you. They're going to scream because they're like, I have a 2-year-old.
Right.
He doesn't get it.
Right. Yeah. So stick it out for another, I'm going to say 6 or 7 years until you can have like real conversations with them.
Yeah. And we finally have a vaccine. We can venture outside.
Exactly. Okay. All right, buddy. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. It's pretty crazy times, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. That kind of like new normal is kind of setting in, right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, to be honest, this isn't that much different than, normal, except for us anyway, because we were always at home. Like I always worked from home and all that, but I'm not traveling, because usually I'd travel like a couple times a month.
Yep.
And, they're not getting out of the house. My oldest isn't in school. So we're just always right there.
Yeah.
Right on top of each other.
Yeah. And you couldn't come over to my house once a week,
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's true. That was a lot of times like my one time out of the house.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, to help kind of soothe some of this stuff, you and I, we played some video games.
We did.
Yeah. We banked an episode early before we had interviewed Brian with regular car reviews. And so we put that out last week, and so you and I had a little bit of free time, right?
Yeah. I shoved a video card that does not fit into my computer, and we played some video games.
Yeah, we were shooty boys for a little bit, and then we were racing boys for a little bit.
How were the repercussions for shooty boys? Because I really wanted to shoot things.
Right.
And I kind of talked you into that, I feel like, and then we ended up. To be fair, you picked the zombie game.
I did. Yes, because it's very easy to get up and running, like with co-op mode, right? Yeah, we played Left 4 Dead 2, which is old news for anybody that plays video games, and very gory. It goes against my internal My Little Pony brain. Yeah, My Little Pony with just a Care Bear riding it, Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, seeing like somebody's a brain split open is, a thing.
It's pretty much the same thing.
The violence in the video games I usually play is relegated to like 32 pixels by 32 pixels. And it's just like, so, I thankfully I didn't have any nightmares or anything. So that was good. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, I'd like to play that game more with you. Yeah. I love co-op like shooter games. Those are great. Right. Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime you like just load up stuff against a bunch of bots, you know, like when you and I played Rocket League, we were playing like that. That's good fun, you know?
Yeah, Rocket League is awesome.
Yeah.
Also, it was the first time I had played like keyboard mouse first person shooter in, I don't know, a decade.
Yeah.
Maybe? Like, but I did okay. I died twice.
You did, but because you were being more bold, I was just standing on top of cars screaming. What button do I hit to flail?
Right. Yeah. That's the thing. I was always bad at like Counter-Strike and all those things because I'm always in Leeroy Jenkins mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, let's go in.
That makes perfect sense, though. That really fits, though, because you attack racing sims the same way.
Yep.
You absolutely do. Yeah.
Let's Leeroy Jenkins right through this chicane.
You do. That is exactly it. You're the Leeroy Jenkins racing sim driver. Yeah, I like that.
I also sort of Leeroy Jenkins in go-karts.
You do? Yes, you do. Yes.
It's sort of just my driving style.
And now that we have helmet radios, you can announce it.
I just start saying Leeroy Jenkins when I dive bomb people.
Yes, that. I just want to hear like a slow Leeroy Jenkins.
Done and done. If we ever get to go karting again.
Yeah.
It's a date.
True, right? Yeah. We need some kind of like hermetic sealed like karting experience, right? Where like each one is like blast sanitized and, you know, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
It would be a good use for the UV light idea. Just like.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. So have you ever seen those UV light things, like the real things?
Yeah, they're insane.
Yeah, they look like R2-D2. Like they're pretty nuts. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we should just mount one to the front of each go-kart.
You get a tan while you kart.
Yeah, exactly. My eyes. Yeah.
Go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I feel for you, buddy. This is pretty crazy. And you know, I'm thankful that you and I are still able to keep our Skype show going, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you thrown yourself into anything the last couple of weeks?
Yes.
Like since work is sort of evened out a little bit?
Yes. I really dove into building a Hackintosh, you know, like learning all about like exactly how to set that up. And today before the show, it shat the bed and would not boot. And so,
oh no.
Yeah.
What happened?
I replaced one file and everything went to hell. I had it up and running perfectly. It's screaming fast. It's so nice. But yeah, this is why a Hackintosh is not my production machine. So
no.
Yep. Yeah. I even like, I wish I had a picture of it because I even like, it's a really nice case, and I even put like little IKEA furniture feet on it to raise it up a little bit.
Oh, nice.
It looks really cool. Bless you. But yeah, so I've really been diving into that. Like, you know, there was a lot to learn. But you know, we're IT guys. That's what we do, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that kind of stuff, you know. Yeah. That's been keeping me entertained. And also, I've had a little some things to work on, you know, outside of computers and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Ian.
I see a note on the talkabouts about some garage updates.
I have garage updates, Ian.
I want to hear them. Let's hear them.
Well, I was driving. Get in there. I was driving the old man sedan home from a booze house, and it was making a noise. At first, I thought I was Ray Liotta and that a chopper was following me, but it turns out that was just a case of taffy paranoia. Yeah, I got a case of the lemon head what's-its. And yeah, so I might need the show tonight, buddy. And so I get home. I open the window and I hear it, and it sounds like something is dragging or something's not good. Get the car home. put it up on jack stands, kind of mess with stuff. I knew that my rear brakes were getting close to the squealers. But then also, guess who's blown through a wheel bearing in less than a year?
Oh, wow.
This guy right here.
You just did one, right?
Yep.
Is it the same one?
I have done both front wheel bearings, and the driver's side one has gone already. Do you want to know why?
Your wheels?
Nope. My wheels are great. So it's a combination of a few things, right? So I have a loose tie rod end on that side, which causes some play in the wheel. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Now my car weighs 4,200 pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
Think about the tires that I run during the summer. Okay. How grippy they are.
Right.
Okay. Those tires and wheels allow more force to be put on a wheel bearing than was ever originally intended, because I can turn harder and I can stop better, right? Then you add that with a little bit of play from a bad tie rod end, and lights out wheel bearing, right? That's probably what caused the wheel bearing to fail initially, right?
Can you put like an upgraded bearing in, like from one of the SUVs or something like that?
I don't think so, because it's a whole bearing hub assembly, right?
Right, like the whole spindle would have to be replaced, right?
Yep. So I have tie rod ends in my garage, and inner and outer. I'm going to teach myself how to do tie rod ends. I have a tie rod tool. I'm waiting on the slide hammer with the wheel hub adapter to do that, because I'm not chiseling a wheel hub out again. That was a pain in the ass. So I'm ready to work on that, and I'm thankful, given the current situation, that I don't have to drive that often, because otherwise this would be something that would just be dropped off at the mechanic and I'd be out some money. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So a few funny things happened because of that, and this is something I had forgotten. I don't know if you've ordered parts from Rock Auto lately, Ian.
I haven't.
Apparently, there's this thing now where Rock Auto cannot ship to Denver.
What?
Why? Right, exactly. So basically, we're all fucked. Right?
Why not?
Because Denver requires some different kind of tax thing than the state does. Right. So what I have to do is I have to ship the parts to my wife, who lives in Jeffco, right? And then she has to lug in boxes of brake rotors and throw out her back, and then I pick them up from her. So thankfully, I have a second address I can ship them to.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
That's super bizarre.
Yeah. So yeah, I had forgotten about that because I got bit by that. I can't remember, a little while ago. It was for something. What was it? Maybe it was brakes. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was maybe front brakes for the old man sedan. And and I was just like, oh, that's weird. I'll just ship them to Boo, And then like when I was on and ordering parts this time, I was like, oh shit, that's right. Yeah. So I had to do the dance again, Right? Yeah. I'm sure there's other parts companies I could use, but like Rock Auto has great prices and stuff like that. So.
I'm wondering why it's so weird that they haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, because it's honestly been like, I don't know, at least 6 months, a year since I've ordered parts.
Wow. So I also saw that you had something in there about your vegan.
So that wheel bearing was not last weekend, just this last weekend. It was the weekend before that, right? Okay. So I wanted to go over to my boo's house, for the weekend, this past weekend. And I started cleaning up my garage a little bit. Turns out there's a vegan in there. Turns out there's a Saab vegan in there, Ian.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That I really like.
Yeah.
I really like that car.
That's good. Is it okay?
No.
What happened now?
Well, there's a nasty well, first of all, the battery was dead as shit. So let me show you what it looked like when I tried to jump it. So here it is in my garage. Oh, I need to share my screen with you. Here, let me do that. Share screen with Ian. Don't share computer audio. Share the big TV. Start sharing. There we go, buddy.
There it is.
Yeah. So, turns out the Infinity battery is not powerful enough to start the Saab.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever done that where like you try to jump a car and the battery just does not have the chooch to turn the other one over?
Yeah.
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 You need to get you one of those little jump packs. I've got one. I've got like a big like carrying case style jump battery.
Yep.
And it like has a flashlight on it. It has an air compressor in it. We take it camping.
Yeah, I do need to get one of those. What I have is a small, it's a little bit bigger than our recorder here. It's a small like lithium ion one that you can get like one jump out of.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did that and the Vigan started up. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And there is a nasty clunk somewhere in the front end.
Oh, that's right. Because we heard that on the track. Like,
Yep.
In October.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I think there's a motor mount or a control arm that's toast. So I ordered all those parts as well.
Fun.
Yeah. So I have two fucked up cars. So I'm in Ian mode basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Welcome to my life. And you work from home. You're basically like single wife emailing me.
I am. Next time we do a Skype call, I'm gonna have like this like the Wookiee penis microphone thing like over my head. Yeah, yeah. So when I was looking at the Vigan trying to find the front end clunk, which I still haven't found, so I'm gonna have to start taking stuff apart. What I did find out was that car does not have a lot of life in it, Ian. The Vigan's days are numbered.
Why do you say that?
Rust, Ian. Rust. So there are some parts on it that I can tell will eventually go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to lose the Vigan to rust at some point. I think maybe we can get another couple seasons out of it. We're going to have some fun. But the Vigan does have, there's
like terminal rust.
It has absolute terminal rustabetes. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. So I've kind of been dealing with that, and like trying to figure out what would happen next,
Yeah.
After the Vigan.
What about, is there enough structure there to put a cage in it and turn it into a Lemons car?
Probably, I would say no. I would say we would probably spend a few $1,000s having metal welded in to make it structurally sound enough that when we went through the first turn, a strut didn't shoot through the strut tower.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So some metal would need to be welded in. We're good for a season or two. But I mean, there's nothing you can do, Yeah. Yeah. So, that's
chemistry.
Do you know what set this all off?
No.
This was all started by one thing.
Your wheel bearing on your Infinity?
Nope. That was started by this one thing.
I don't know. What was it? Is it my fault?
Nope. No, it's not. I paid off my old man sedan.
Ah, there it is.
Yep. In about 3.5 years. 3.5 years? Have I had it that long? Yeah. I know I didn't pay it off in 2.5 years. Yeah. 3.5 years. I paid the mammer jammer off. And this is how it thanks me.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
So
that was your first mistake. Fiscal responsibility. I've never recommended it.
Yeah.
Terrible idea.
Do you know that my gas per month was almost as much as my payment?
I believe that.
Right?
I believe that.
When I was driving. Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Yeah. So where do you think I got the money to pay it off?
Right.
by not driving for a few months. Problem solved. It's weird how that poop loop fixes itself, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were basically the reason that oil went negative the other day.
Yeah. They were like, oh shit, Severnuk's not driving? Yeah, he's not turning dinosaurs into fun anymore?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So last garage update I have for the Vigan. I sent you a little picture of it today, but you didn't know what was happening. I'm gonna show folks the picture, and I want you to see if you can try to guess what's going on in this picture. I'll zoom in for you.
There's somebody's. Is this your Vigan?
Yeah. This is my Vigan.
Well, there's somebody's feet.
Well, yeah.
At the front.
Well, that's the person that was fixing it. This is this morning.
Are you getting a new exhaust?
Good catch. So
it's missing the exhaust tips, right?
You are correct. There's no exhaust. The exhaust is actually sitting in the hatchback right there.
Oh no. What manner of thing has happened?
So I was driving home from booze. All right. And you know, I was on so what I like to do is I like to take like this nice long loop, right? Where I'm doing a few extra miles on the highway, but it's nice. It's like more driving, less stop and go, right? On I-70.
I like how you're explaining why a major component of your car is inside of it. By talking about traffic patterns, but continue, please. This is already taking a very me turn.
Right. So let's get into it. So you don't know how far this single white female is running, right? So I was on I-70 where they're doing a bunch of construction, and part of it was there was a part where the pavement was ground down, so it was the grooves, right?
Oh, I hate the grooves.
Okay, but what do you hate that comes up real quick after the grooves?
The transition off of the grooves.
Bingo, motherfucker! I hit that transition from the groove pavement to the standard pavement so hard. It was like they just stopped and just made it. I saw it. It had an angle to it. It did not have an angle to it. It was an optical illusion. I hit it so hard and it just shook the car, right? Because it's on lowering springs, right? So it's going to hit harder, right? And I'm driving. I'm like, dear God, that was awful. I'm driving around. I was like, hey, my car sounds a little louder right now.
Oh my God.
It had hit so hard that the exhaust. So the exhaust on those cars is in three parts. You have the downpipe and cat. Then you have a mid pipe with a resonator, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the from the resonator back. That's a muffler, right? So it's a piece of pipe in the muffler. So that joint between the resonator and the muffler, go figure, it was rusty, broke. So I left an exhaust clamp somewhere on I-70. I apologize to whoever hit it, right? But the exhaust stayed on the car. It stayed on the hangers, right? It wasn't dragging, right? That was good. So I pulled in my driveway. I poked my head under the car and was like, there's your problem. There it is. Right there. I found it. They found it, everybody. They found why his car goes vroom, vroom. So you know what I did, Ian?
Got a high flow cat and deleted the resonator and straight piped the way back.
First of all, it already has a high flow cat. It's got that genuine Saab downpipe, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot.
One of the reasons it's very easy for me to fail emissions.
Right.
So you want to keep the resonator because the drone on those engines is really bad.
Makes sense.
But you had the last part right. I just ran a straight pipe from that resonator on back.
Yeah, you did.
It sounds good, buddy.
I bet it sounds angry.
It sounds really good. It's not as loud as your car.
Yeah.
But it has the grunt that I wanted it to get.
Nice. Well, and it probably sounds like it's constantly bemoaning its own slow death.
It is. Siri, when does a death rattle last years?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I straight piped it from the resonator back, and it sounds really good. You know that I've always thought that car was way too quiet. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of my cars are too quiet. The Infiniti is too quiet as well. Yeah. So I took it to an exhaust shop in Aurora. Nobody was wearing a face mask, so I had a little panic attack about that. And they, for $158, they custom welded everything, right?
Nice.
It's on hangers. It's perfectly centered. It looks great. It's the exact diameter as the rest of the exhaust. The guy was making fun of me because it was the easiest job he's ever had. He was like, really? Like, I'm thinking this was going to take me all day, Yeah. Yeah. So, it honestly took him about less than 30 minutes of actual work.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Vigan, I've done that thing that you and I often do where there's a thing on our car that's broken, the front end clunk on the Vigan, whatever on your R32, but yet we upgrade some other part of the car.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Right? When was the last time you did something like that?
I mean, anytime I've done an upgrade, it was obviously ignoring some other major problem.
Nice. Yeah. I'm trying to live in your footsteps, buddy.
Thank you. I really am an inspiration.
You are. This is how I miss you. This is how I show that I miss you. Yeah.
I like it.
Just try to keep you close. So yeah. Yeah. Yep. But man, I got a real soft spot in my heart for that little Vigan, man. That's a nice little car.
Yeah.
And I figured out what I need to do to get the whole heel toe stuff done.
Oh.
I need to do a racing wheel with a spacer to bring the wheel up. And after that, my knees will be free and clear to move around.
Perfect.
Yep.
And then you can aggressively drive your disintegrating car.
Yep, exactly. I can give it the beans and kill it faster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. So there you go.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to do an actual track day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so nice.
It is, and if there's ever a day where, you and I just want to go for a drive and we maintain our complete social distance from each other, I would love to do that.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
Why not?
Have some walkie-talkies.
Yeah, there you go. I would, just like I did with my car after the exhaust shop where no one was wearing masks, I Lysoled the fuck out of it. So I'll Lysol your walkie-talkie and we'll have a good time.
Perfect.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm happy that your garage updates aren't horrendous, but
right.
I'm sorry that you have bad ones.
It happens. Yeah. Right? I'm thankful to be someone that I'm thankful that I have a backup somewhat broken car to drive around when my other car's broken. Jeez, I live a fucking charmed life. Let's be honest about it, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be way worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's move on because we have some hot Twitter content.
Yes. Let's talk about this. Yeah. What do you got for me, buddy? Yeah. So the Apex Adjacent social media manager.
Such as it is. Yeah. Oh, it's so weird. I can see myself highlighting text on your screen.
Yeah.
I really am a maniac.
Yeah, and you're not going to be distracted by that in the least.
Nope. So our buddy Donnie. Our buddy Donnie saw a truck and he took a picture of it and he sent it to us on the Twitters.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
And there's just kind of a lot going on here, but it's actually one of the more subtle kind of car stanza-ish things that I've ever seen.
Yeah. So it's a Chevy Silverado-ish, but is it an Avalanche? No, it's a Silverado truck. Okay. All right. But what's this on the cowl?
Yeah. It says 5.7 performance.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with. Maybe that is a real badge, but I don't think so.
Okay.
And it also looks like they have either a shaker hood fake thing or a fake hood scoop on it.
Yes.
Which also seems weird.
Yeah.
And then there's some very kind of hastily done plasti dip on the bumper.
Yes.
And also red calipers.
Oh, yeah. Huh. This person.
And some very no-name tire brand. Like it's kind of a weird
Right.
pastiche.
Yeah. Yeah. This to me seems like the kind of person that might like buy the cheap Vizio TV, but like really dial the settings.
Right. Yeah. Like a weird, like just like a one of everything at the buffet.
Right. But maybe not like piling the plate too high, just like a very tiny amount, right?
Yep.
Yeah, meticulous
Make sure
almost.
they get one of everything.
Yeah. This person has some time on their hands. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought it was a curious one. He also pointed out that the Silverado script on the door is from two different body styles. Like there's two different.
Yeah, that looked odd to me.
There's two different texts there.
Yeah, the one in the shadow looks weird. It looks higher, but maybe that's just the light.
Well, it looks smaller.
Yeah, right? And maybe that is just the shadow, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's very strange.
This truck is weird, Ian.
Right.
And they have a lot of stuff hanging from the rear view. Look at that.
Yeah. This is like the truck that says the Matrix is glitching.
Yeah, there you go. Right?
It's like when the cat walks by twice.
Yeah, something so subtle, but it's there.
Yeah.
Right?
It just makes you like squint and go,
Yeah. Yeah, I would get a solid vibe of something's not quite right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Imagine like going to buy this secondhand and seeing like two different texts, and then you'd be like, wait a second.
Yeah, right. And why the red calipers?
Yeah. There's all sorts of very strange decisions here.
Yeah, some people put some energy into some interesting places with their vehicles, right?
Right, like plasti dipping the bumper, but having a chrome bug guard.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great point, right? Yeah.
Plus, they're at Subway, and I mean that's just a questionable decision at any point.
It's not questionable. It's fucking awful. Yeah. Do you want bread that can be used as a bat in a batting cage? Subway.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah. Also, we're in every city. There's more of us than there is Starbucks. Subway. We don't know how either. Subway. Yeah.
What is this business model?
Okay. All right. That is an odd truck. What else you got for us, social media manager Ian?
Well, actually, I have something for you, because people are now, and by people I mean Donnie. They are now. I'm going out of order, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Are now outsourcing work to you.
Yes.
Via our social media.
They are. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me log into our Gmail real quick. Go ahead and jazz scat the scenario that in which my services were solicited.
Yeah. So Donnie is needed some help with his virtual Radwood meet that he was helping put together, and he needed some Photoshop help. And when I hear the words Photoshop, I think of only one man. One beautiful, usually sobbing from lack of sugar, Ginger.
True. Right. And since it's not Microsoft Paint, that's why you're thinking of me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And you sent him your resume.
I did.
Which was what we saw that before, the cat in the Corvette.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah. Yes.
And he immediately solicited your services.
He did.
And he needed what was the request? The request was he was a picture of his Trans Am.
Yes, his Ram Air Trans Am.
What he said is, I'm wanting for the sky to be an American flag with a couple bald eagles flying through it.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to superimpose Dale Earnhardt somewhere in it, that would be great. Can you show the people what you came up with?
I'm uploading it to OneDrive right now.
Oh my god!
I tried
Come on, Bill Gates.
I tried to Murica the hell out of it.
Yeah, and you did.
Yeah.
You Murica'd it.
Yeah. I love these like Ram Air Trans Am Firebirds. Like, yeah, these are insane cars, right?
Right.
So here's the original picture. This is Donnie's Chicken Hawk Firebird, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, look at that mammer jammer, right? So yeah, what did you say? Wanted a couple, an American flag, right?
Yeah, he said he wanted the sky to be an American flag with a couple bald eagles flying.
Okay, all right. Well, here's what I made for him. Come on, there we go. I murked the fuck out of that thing. Right? Yeah. So there's a big American flag and fireworks because America. Yeah.
Amazing.
In the background and a couple bald eagles. I told Donnie he's got to thank whoever put the bald eagles on Flickr for me to find. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. There you go.
I love it.
I didn't quite know where to work Dale Earnhardt into it, but yeah.
I think you could have just done him like up in the corner.
Yeah.
Just like kind of looking down.
Yeah, like a ghost Dale Earnhardt head, like, like I beseech thee, Donnie.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks a little too good, to be honest. Like it would be better if it was a little bit worse.
I was wondering how bad I should make it. So I just kind of threw the whole Dave at it. Just to kind of see where it landed. The thing that bothers me is you can still see the original background through the window here.
Right. Yeah. I noticed that. You can also see the crosswalk under shadow of the car.
I should have blacked that out. Yep. So I was in a hurry. A lot of things were happening. Yeah.
I mean, I think your response time on that was like, I don't know. What was it? Like,
oh, this is probably...
It was like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is impressive. From like getting the email to producing this.
Guess who's got a Creative Cloud subscription? and a bucket load of espresso. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So yeah. I hope Donnie does well in the virtual Radwood with this car because it is amazingly the 90s,
yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that it hasn't been crashed,
right? Yeah. Donnie's probably the first person that I've known that I like that has one of these cars. Everybody else that I've met that had one was just an asshole. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Take that, Pontiac owners. You've had it too good, too long.
Yeah, right. No, those Ram Air things were crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nuts. Okay. All right.
So the only other thing that I had was one of the things that my wife and I are doing during quarantine is our like 7th rewatch of The Office.
Oh, I was going to say waxing your back.
No quarantine is strict enough for that.
So you're watching The Office. Okay.
We're watching The Office, and I noticed yet again Jim driving the Subaru 92X.
Ah, yes. Okay. So I never picked up on that. Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty subtle. It's only really visible in a couple of shots.
Okay.
For like a second, I thought it was a 94X, and I lost my mind.
Right.
Because like some of the shots, it looks like it's taller.
Okay.
But that doesn't make any sense because that car didn't exist until 2011, and this is in like season 3.
Okay.
So it doesn't make sense.
Right.
But yeah, he drives the 92X Aero for like a full season.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I that's absolutely a car that is like totally suits a character, right?
That whole show is so good at characters to car mappings.
Yep.
It's always so perfect.
Yeah. Let's dig through some of them and tell people why you like them, Ian.
Well, but I think my absolute favorite is Todd Packer.
Oh yeah, where's Todd's Corvette?
Yeah, he's the there it is right there. He's the traveling salesman.
With a vanity plate that says
WL Hung. Which is awesome.
So it's a C5, I think. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's so perfect. It's a C6. Yeah.
C6. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
The other one, I mean, is obviously Michael Scott's Sebring convertible.
Absolutely.
I think about Andy Bernard saying the Sebring by Chrysler fine motor carriage like once a week.
Okay. Yes. Let's see. Andy drove a Prius.
Which is perfect.
Right.
Pam had the little Yaris.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
And then Dwight starts off with the
Trans Am, right?
No, he first has like the two. Yeah, he has the Z car.
Oh, the Datsun. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah,
280.
Yep.
And then he ends up getting. They switch him to
this
Camaro.
Oh, okay.
I guess it is a Trans Am.
Yeah, Trans Am. Yep. Yeah, like an 86, 87, 8 Trans Am, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Right, and they never really talk about that. So which one do you think is better for Dwight?
Oh, absolutely the Trans Am.
Really? Because I think the Datsun is a little bit better.
Do you? Okay. Yeah, why is that?
Because it fits with his, like, the Trans Am is a little too rednecky.
Okay.
And he's got like a little sprinkling of that, but he definitely seems like the kind of person who would corner you to tell you about how his Japanese sports car is actually a whole lot better than the German sports car.
Okay. All right.
Don't you think?
Yes. And also he probably owns a katana, right?
Yes. He's into martial arts. Like,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay.
Stanley drives a Chrysler 300.
Yes, he does. Yep. Who has the PT Snoozer? Michael Scott.
Later seasons, because remember he sells the Sebring to get the Boxer.
Oh yes.
The Boxster that Jan makes him buy, and then they get rid of that because it's like he's broke and ends up with the with the PT Cruiser.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Andy Bernard had, before he had the Prius, he had the Xterra that he sold to Dwight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All of these just fit, man. And Toby had what was it? It was really Toby. Oh, what did Toby have?
I forgot.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. Shoot, I thought Toby had a very Toby car.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I can't remember. Shoot. Oh well. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that show did such a great job nailing the characters and cars, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, and then Jim's when Amy Adams is on. As the one who comes in and sells the purses.
Yes.
And Jim starts dating her. She has a Jetta.
Oh, yep.
Which is
perfect.
Also perfect.
Yep. Yeah. Who has the Lexus RX? Is that Andy Bernard?
No, that's Oscar.
Oh yeah. That's perfect for Oscar, right? Yeah. I love it. Oh man, that's so great. Yeah. Nice. Right on, man. Yeah.
It's one of the best shows for that.
Right? Yeah. Man, they really nailed that stuff. I love that. Nice, man. Every time I like, I saw there was a piece that was written about Mobb Deep's the infamous album, and in the video they're driving a Saab 9000.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, and like, this is just when they were like 19, right? Which is insane that they were writing that kind of music when they were 19. Right. Yeah. But like they didn't even have cars. It was just somebody that they knew that was like, put my car in the video, And yeah, because it's just them in Brooklyn, like, yeah. And just driving a baby blue Saab 9000. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. That does not suit Mobb Deep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saab. Yeah, it was in Shook Ones too. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Right there. Yep. A blue Saab 9000, man. Yep. Huh. Right in the Shook Ones. Yeah.
It's so funny.
Right? It's hilarious where this stuff pops up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
all right.
Okay. To kind of throw stuff back to the 90s stuff a little bit, the Radwood, stuff like that, Donnie's awesome Trans Am, I thought of an FMK Cars for you, Ian.
Oh, interesting, because FMK Cars is the game that you and I play on this here show, the Apex Adjacent podcast, and it's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, except we play it with cars instead of people because we're nice. F means you drive it for a day. M means you marry it. It's your new daily driver. K means you kill it. It goes to the crusher immediately.
That's it, Ian. Ian?
Yes.
This one is just going to be awesome cars that I remember from when I was a youngin' in the 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Okay.
Right. This is just, there's no catches. This is just what you see is what you get. WYSIWYG, if you will. Okay.
All right.
First up, Ian, Chrysler Fine Motor Carriage. I'm going to give you the Chrysler ME412 concept car. Okay. All of these cars are fucking awesome. So yeah, you're not going to lose, Ian.
Okay.
Absolutely love the headlights on this thing. Those weird LED darts are so cool. And they kind of make me think of my Infiniti taillights. Because I've got like the weird little darts around the board of the taillights.
I love that they thought that the Crossfire design language was important enough to carry over to this car.
Right. Yeah, but it kind of works.
So bizarre.
Right?
Yeah, those like louvers in the front of the hood.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. All right. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Next, I'm going to give you, look, there's a spiker in the background of that thing. The Volkswagen W12. Just the Volkswagen W12 Synchro concept. Yeah. All right. So this was obviously the W12 engine. Volkswagen just threw the whole beans at it. This is when they were still riding high on vapors of dreams of being able to sell Phaetons.
You're right.
Turns out they can't. Ian.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Lastly, I have no idea how to pronounce this, but it's called the Giotto Caspita. Giotto Caspita.
Oh, wow.
Yep. This one had there were two engines. First was a V12, but these are all tiny displacement. These are like 3.5 liter V12. And then I think they had like a 3-point-something liter V10 as the second engine. Yeah. Yep. So you just need something nice, Ian. I'm just going to give you rad ass cars. Oh, and this one, the Giotto, gull wing doors.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find look at the back end of that thing. Jeez.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Right.
Those wheels are very strange though.
They are
89.
Yep. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Let's see if we can find something with the gull wing doors. Yeah. No. Let's go back to image search. Images. Yep. There you go. There's the gull wings open. Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. Interesting. It almost looks a little Tesla Roadster from the back end with that kind of spoiler arcing with the body.
A little bit, yeah. I was gonna say it's got a lot of Jaguar.
Oh yeah,
actually 220 in it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay.
I think go back to that Chrysler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting. What's the engine in this one?
This was a V12. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think it was forced induction. ME412. What was the engine? Let's go to Wikipedia. We're taking everybody to school. 6.0 liter Mercedes-Benz V12. Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep. This is.
Click on that M120 V12 because I believe that is what was in. It would have been like in the. No.
Yeah, the M120. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was in the Zonda.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing that can make a Zonda cooler is if it were a Chrysler.
You're correct, Ian. You're correct. Yes. Yes.
Man, I don't know. Do I want? Okay, cycle me through them again. Let's do the Chrysler.
Yep. Chrysler, right?
And the Volkswagen
Synchro, right? And the Hyoto.
All right, I think I have my answer.
Okay.
I think I'm going to marry the Volkswagen.
Okay. All right.
Because it's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, there's no one else that has a W12 engine. Like, the only other people with W12 engines are Phaeton owners, essentially, and Bentley owners.
And the A8L that they did with the W12.
Oh, right, yeah.
But still, like, how often do you see one of those?
Right.
Right.
And so you'd definitely be the coolest person with a W12.
Right. Right. Yeah.
On the planet.
Yeah. That's how you show up to a W12 meetup and just dominate the whole thing, right?
Right. You got like one category. It's like you think about the people at the Olympics who like place like 12th in shot put.
Right.
Like, at least for one category, you are awesome.
Right. Right. Across the entire world.
Right.
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 Whereas the biggest problem with the Chrysler is the Zonda. Like, the Zonda exists.
Okay. Okay.
And so you'd always have this thing of like, the same engine is in a much cooler car.
Okay.
Else.
Okay.
And then for a day, I'm going to drive that crazy 80s concept.
Hyoto.
I got to know how horrendously that drives.
Look at the rear view mirrors. I think they're just cameras. Yeah.
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 They like telescope in and out. That's crazy.
You know what? They might have pop-up rear view mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
It's so bonkers.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. I think you chose pretty well.
What would you do?
I kind of want to marry the Chrysler.
Okay. All right. It is pretty intriguing looking. It's just, I think if it had any other badge on the front, I'd be more into it.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing that I kind of like the most is the like just deep disparity between the badge and the cars nowadays and during this period. This is from like the Sebring era, right?
I know. It's so weird.
Right? Yeah.
The closest thing they had to a Halo car at this point was the Crossfire. Yeah. And they were like, you know what we need to do?
Yeah.
Why did they go bankrupt right after this? It's a mystery.
Exactly. Hey, Mercedes has these V12s sitting in the warehouse. You know? Yeah.
Should we make a proper luxury car with them? No.
No, absolutely not. Not do anything that Chrysler should do. No.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Let's do the thing that nobody is clamoring for, a Chrysler supercar.
Exactly. Yeah. So that kind of makes me want it.
Right.
Yeah.
Why isn't it a Dodge? You know, like
right. Right. Yeah. Because the Viper was out when this came out.
Yeah. I mean,
right. Yeah.
It's bizarre, man.
I don't know. It's just like this weird like pissing contest where it seems like they tried to like, outpace they were competing against themselves. Right. Yeah.
I'd like to read more about it because I wonder if there was ever a glimmer of hope that they were going to actually produce a mid-engine supercar.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'm guessing the answer is no.
Me too. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then I think for a day I would have to drive the W12 Synchro. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which means I'd have to kill the weird ass Hyoto, but yeah, that Synchro is just too cool, right?
It's very cool.
Because if VW dialed the engineering on this, it would be bonkers to drive.
Yeah, it'd be weird to drive. I mean, obviously, I've never driven a W12, but I've driven that W8, and I can kind of I can only imagine extrapolating from there, what it would be like.
Right. Yeah.
That power delivery must be really strange.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't know.
So is this related to this is related to the Veyron engine then?
Yeah, because the Veyron was a W16. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, but this was well before it. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. 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 So anyway,
that was a good one.
I just wanted you to have nice things, Ian.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem. Did you have an FMK cars?
I did not.
Okay.
I thought I did, and I couldn't find it.
That's okay. No problem. Yeah. Cool, man. I think.
Did we do a car show?
We did. I have a couple more My Eyes if you want to talk about My Eyes.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. I saw a cool Buick when the Viggen was getting its exhaust today. Everybody loves a Riviera, right?
Oh yeah, those are pretty.
Right?
It's been sitting there a while, huh?
It's actually for sale. It's owned by a company that specializes in vintage cars. I can't remember the name of it. But it was there to get a full exhaust. Yeah. Yeah. Before they sold it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are so cool. Those things are so cool.
Just those front end fairings are the coolest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dash in those are really cool too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like Art Deco turned into a car. I love it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's great.
While I was there and I was waiting, I was talking to a guy that was also waiting for his car. He had a 73 GTO
cool.
No, not 73, a 67 GTO that he had owned since 73. And it was his wife's car. She bought it in 73.
Interesting.
And so he had a really interesting history of working on hydrogen powered vehicles and stuff like that and natural gas vehicles for the post office and utility vehicles and stuff. Yeah. And he had I was like, okay, so what's the fleet? He was like, obviously a car person, right? The 67 GTO, Buick Enclave. This is where it gets good. Geo Tracker. He had pictures of it in mint condition. Okay.
Oh wow.
That he had just sold it. Okay. A John Cooper Works Mini Clubman.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I can't remember. There was one other one, but it was just as equally interesting. Right?
Kind of just all over the place.
Right. But it's great. Right?
Yeah. It's actually kind of a well thought out 4-car garage.
Right? Because you have the Enclave for when all the weather's bad and everything. Right?
Right.
Yeah. And you have to throw 16 children in it or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't get his
pretty good.
Right? Yeah, I didn't get his name, but it was nice talking to him. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it's cool. Sometimes when somebody gets way more interesting when they have an Enclave and a JCW Mini.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was so on talking to you before, and now I know a little bit more, and you're like, okay.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So saw a rad ass Buick, and then I saw this. This is not a vanity plate, but I wanted to get your take on it. So
Okay.
this is a GMC Acadia. All right. Here's the license plate.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone's a James Bond fan and a GMC Acadia.
Yeah. Or I mean, is that the plate they lucked into?
No.
No, you think that's a vanity plate?
Yeah, because because those are O's.
Yeah, those are O's.
Zeros.
Yeah.
There's no way. That's a vanity plate.
Well, I mean, sequentially, it has to happen, right? We in Colorado, we have letters and numbers. 3 letters, 3 numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, why would they not make that one? Right? It doesn't spell like ass or anything like that.
Right. I mean, maybe.
I think this person just got this plate handed to them and they were like, huh, and then bolted it to their car and probably thought nothing about it other than it's going to be really easy to remember on any forms I have to fill out for the rest of my life.
There's no way. There's no
Yeah.
way. That's gotta be on purpose.
I don't think so. I think they were handed this plate and this person, like, they should have just went and bought a lottery ticket at that point.
Right.
Yeah. I think
I'm wearing my skeptical face.
you are, but you are aware of the quantity of misfortune that you and I have, right?
You meant to pitch me that it's the zero sum, that that means that other people are experiencing good fortune.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that you knew instantly where I was going. I will go to the grave thinking that they were just handed this plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do not think that's the case.
I would love to see the 000-006 and the 8. And then they're just like, damn it.
Right.
Yeah.
So close.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if that is a vanity plate, which it is.
It's not.
I mean, to put that on a GMC Acadia just seems
right.
Like, what's the least cool car that we can? What's the least James Bondish car that we can think of?
Exactly.
GMC Acadia. Nailed it.
Yeah. Even a Sebring convertible would be closer to Bond than that thing.
Right. Always in deep cover.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Then last thing I saw, this was also at the exhaust shop today, was this BMW M5 with the V10. Ian, I only took a picture of the important part. Okay. Do you notice anything about this, Ian?
I noticed that you erased the license plate.
I did, but there is.
Oh, because.
Oh, no. I thought it expired in 2005. It turns out that's how they do the months in North Dakota.
Color code the years.
I thought they were driving on plates from 2005.
You thought they were rolling dirty.
I did. All the way from ND. Yeah. Nope. Turns out. Yeah.
Were they getting a loud exhaust on that V10?
I didn't ask. They did not seem like people I wanted to talk to. The vape smoke did not let up. Yep.
Oh.
Aha. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yep. So, any hoozle. Yeah. That's my eyes.
That was a solid round of my eyes.
Since I actually had to go out of the house, and then Purell the shit out of everything. Yeah. Gentleman I talked to with the Geo Tracker and the John Cooper Works Mini and everything was wearing a mask as well. So that was very nice.
Good.
Yes. Right.
Nice.
Yes. Wear masks, people. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Have you seen that statistic that shows what the rate of transmission possibilities are if one person wears a mask, the other doesn't, right?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. It's like something crazy. Like one way there's like a 70% chance that COVID could be transmitted if only one person is wearing a mask. The other way, if the sick person is wearing the mask and the well person isn't, then there's like a 20% chance or something. If both people are wearing masks, it drops to like 0.3% of a chance for the rate of transmission. So yeah, it's just fucking math. So wear masks. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But Ian, I hope you're doing okay, buddy. I hope you hang in there, man.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Doing
good.
Yeah. Good, buddy.
Just ready for bed.
Yeah. Yeah. You done? Yeah. Did your internal crypt keeper show up?
It did.
Okay.
It did.
All right. Well, then let's wrap this nonsense up.
Okay.
Okay.
I think people should call and leave us voicemails.
Absolutely.
What is that? 720-515-1391.
Yes. Yes, Ian.
You can also text us there. We're on all the media social. And you can email us at apexadjacent@gmail.com.
Yeah, you sure can. You sure can, man. Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell the people to do with my tiny screwdriver that I'm going to point at the camera?
Why do you have a tiny screwdriver?
Why don't you have a tiny screwdriver?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't. Shit. All right. I'm going to go get a tiny screwdriver. So.
No, don't. Let's wrap this up.
All right, everybody. We love you. Stay safe.
We love you. Goodbye.